Greetings, dear friends. I am Chispa, and welcome back to Ghost Trick Phantom Detective, the marathon. Everything from chapter 3 to chapter 12, I think we recorded last, has been in the case of one night, and I've lost count of the, how many hours it's been. So, anyway, let's get on with it. Chapter 13, 12:51 a.m. I visited the novelist's apartment again. I'm hoping to be able to do something about this mistaken identity kidnapping. As long as there's any possibility that it could be his own daughter who was kidnapped, I doubt the Justice Minister will call off the execution tonight. The key to dispelling the Minister's doubts is now in bed coughing. All I need is to use this key, and I need to use this key before that prison van arrives to pick up our death row inmates. Oh, my darling angel, just listen to that cough. You naughty thing, did you leave your nice warm bed to go out in the night and play? A daughter after my own heart, but I must confess, I didn't even notice you were gone. I didn't go out and play, I went to buy Papa a birthday present. He said he wanted a new lighter, but that is no reason to go out this late at night. But my fever finally went down. I could barely move before that. But look what it brought you. Your fever isn't worse now than ever. Here is to the feverish passion of my darling angel. Mama? Yes, darling? Let's call Papa and wish him happy birthday, even though it's already past midnight. Not tonight, Amelie. I hate you! Looks like this little girl was safe all along. I already knew that, but I'm still relieved all the same. And there's another lucky development, too. Emily wants to call her father. Now, if I can just make use of that feeling somehow, that would surely bring the Justice Minister around. So the obvious answer would be to burn the rope to get the phone down to her like that. Phone. Emily, I told you couldn't call him tonight. Why not? Listen to me, Emily. Your father is about to make a big mistake. I want him to reconsider. What do you know about it, Mama? He's the one who's the Justice Minister, you know. All you do is write weird novels. What do you mean weird? How dare you disparage my romantic expressions? Now you've really made me angry, you really have. How do you expect me to forgive such an insult? I hate you! There. I'll be keeping my eye on you now so that you won't do anything else mischievous, like calling your father. I hate you! I can hear you, you know. Phew, what a pair. I don't know what this family's issues are, but I do know I have to do something about this lady so Amelie can call. Oh, look! That rat. Make chime. Make her notice the rat. Well, having a good time, are we, little rodent? Sweet dreams. Oh, poor rat. Did you fancy the vintage, my whiskered friend? She's more powerful than I thought. It looks like she tipped the wall candelabra to one side too. The angle of those candles. I got the feeling I've seen something very similar to that quite recently. Ouch! Oh, heaven's sake, a blackout at a critical time like this? Of course, dim light suits my story of love very well, but I myself am not very fond of the dark. That chandelier narrowly missed the back of my head. I love the thrill of romance, but I don't need these kind of thrills, thank you. Look at this, she lights it on her ass, lights them all like that, and then puts it out in her drink. Lovely. Ah, what a wonderful atmosphere. Perfect for a clandestine meeting in the dusky twilight. I don't know exactly how the situation came about, but I think I owe that rat an apology. The rat seems to be unconscious, but now the room has changed into this. Maybe I can use it somehow. Right. Okay. Trick! What a naughty chandelier. Now this gets to be a bit of a pain in the butt. You'll see what I mean. You've got to try and get her in the middle of it so it traps her. Such insolence. I left it a little too late that time. Eek! There we go. Emily, help me! Mama! She's too ill. I'm sorry, Mama, I'm too dizzy, I can't get up. I'm afraid I can't help you right now. Here is to the weakness of my darling angel. That chandelier is on there tighter than her wedding band. She won't be able to escape on her own. So we get her back up here. Help! 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 What is going on here? Amelie, look, do you see this? Help me, please. I'm sorry, I'm too sick. I can't get out of bed. My head is spinning. So I guess you'll have to stay up there spinning too. So? Looks like this lady won't be going anywhere for a while. Now the little girl can call her father. The only trouble is she can't reach it. Guess I'll just have to deliver it to her. And how do we do that? Oh, that's right, the angle of those candles. I saw something very similar recently, didn't I? So what we need to do is, we've already opened this trapdoor here and the rat's tail is dangling. So we burn brighter, and the poor rat! Now I really owe that poor rat an apology, but this might be a really good chance for me too. I have to get that phone to Amelie. Swing harder. There we go. Oh. Mama! What in the world is going on here? Oh, goody. Excuse me a minute while I call Papa, okay, Mama? I'll only be a minute. Ah! Don't you dare, Amelie! I won't have it! Hello, Papa? Is that you? Of course it is, silly. What did you think? But I heard they said you are... No, never mind. It's nothing. Silly old Papa. Happy birthday, Papa. Birthday? Oh, right. It was my birthday today, wasn't it? I'm so sorry you couldn't celebrate tonight. Thanks to mean old Mama. Your mean old Mama? I mean, your mother? What is she up to right now? Well, she's certainly up, alright. My stubborn mother is kind of tied up at the moment. Get me down! She needs to be taught a lesson for causing us so much trouble. No, Amelie. I'm the one who was wrong. Huh? Could you tell your mother I'm sorry? What do you have to be sorry about? I was just about to make a terrible mistake, but it's all right now. Oh, okay. You're still young and there's a lot I can't tell you right now. The job of a justice minister is very complicated, you see. Okay, but just remember, you're always the most important thing to your mother and me. Did you do something naughty to your mother? If you did, I want you to apologize. I don't think I did anything. Okay, I'll apologize. That's a good girl. Okay, Papa, have a good night. I love you. I love you too, Amelie. Good night, sweetheart. Mama? I'm sorry. My goodness, why the sudden change? I guess I was wrong about you. I didn't understand. Oh, Amelie. I thought all you ever did was write these weird novels. That makes me a little sad. Papa said the job of a justice minister was complicated. Yes, your father's job is very complicated and difficult. That's why I couldn't talk to you about most of it. But you're right, I shouldn't treat you like such a little girl anymore. You're growing up after all. And I promise to stop calling your novels weird and actually try reading them. What? Maybe you'd better wait until you're a little older for that. Okay. So, Amelie, if you're feeling a little more charitable towards your old mama, do you think you could let me down now? You know, I would love to do that, but I'm just feeling too dizzy and sick right now. Tonight, on this holiest of nights, my deadline, it looks like the only thing pressing on me will be the chandelier. Here's to Papa and Mama's darling angel. All of a sudden, everyone is getting along again. It's such an abrupt change, I can't understand it. Is this what family is all about? In any case, the situation has changed dramatically now. I just hope the mysteries of me can be cleared up as quickly as the furrows on the minister's brow. I don't know where Camilla is, but at least now the justice minister's doubts are dispelled. I think I'll go back to his office where everyone is waiting for the prison van. The minister's family now has the smiles and harmony back, but Camilla is still in the hands of the kidnappers. I decide to go back to the justice minister's office. Surprisingly, the minister's brow is still as furrowed as ever. Quite unlike a father who has just learned his daughter is safe. He seems to be in the depths of despair. The atmosphere in this room is very different now. It seems to have an air of unfocused anxiety. I get the feeling something big is going to happen. I just found out that my daughter is safe. I'd like to express my gratitude. Thank you, for my daughter's sake and for mine. No need to thank us, Mr. Minister. It was nothing. What did he do? But one question. I can't help but notice your daughter is safe. And yet you still look unhappy. Have a little smile for us. Ah! Of course, there is still the matter of the other kidnapping victim. Is that really the only thing that troubles you, Minister? Please let me think in peace until the prison van arrives. I wonder if Lynn is at the park yet. Until we get her report, I'll just have to wait here. This continued distress of the ministers. Is there really something more to it, like the inspector in white said? Hello, Justice Minister. How about you finally admit I do exist? That thank you I expressed, that was meant for you. You're a ghost, aren't you? And you have power to control and manipulate people, don't you? No, I don't have that kind of power. I can't control you. We've actually known, you know, for quite a while. But I had no idea there were powers of the dead, of ghosts. Known? Known about what? We knew about the existence of someone who could control others, a manipulator. What's this? That's why your execution order caused me so much anguish, Detective Gerald. Mr. Minister, why don't you just tell us everything you know? Yes, I suppose I should. You need to hear it all. All about the huge mistake this foolish man made. There are some cases in this country now that are under a top-secret investigation. Of course, you wouldn't have known about them, Detective Gerald. Right, they don't share too much top-secret information with inmates in prison. There are 3 prisoners, including you, in the special prison you just escaped from. All 3 cases have certain points in common. They do they? Tell us more. The rock singer who leaked national secrets in his lyrics during a TV broadcast. The curry-loving fellow who took the chief commissioner hostage at the Metro Police Department. Neither of these men have a motive for their crime, and both of their crimes were impossible. Impossible? The curry lover had no way of knowing how to infiltrate the commissioner's office. The rock singer had no way of knowing the national secrets he leaked. The Special Investigation Unit submitted an investigative reports to me on them. They concluded that these men's criminal acts were not of their own volition. But how could that be? The theory the unit came up with was the existence of a manipulator. A manipulator, huh? That's when the special prison was established as a facility to research that theory. Some unknown power has been at work. These past several years, Inspector Cabanella has been studying these cases. He has he? Manipulating someone into committing a criminal act. According to the inspector, the first case of its kind was a locked room murder involving our nation's best detective. Are you trying to say I was manipulated somehow into shooting Alma? I appreciate the theory, but unfortunately I don't recall being controlled by anybody. It's just not possible to manipulate another's behaviour like that. My powers don't certainly work on living creatures. That's what I thought when I first heard the theory too. However, I was seriously mistaken and it proved to be a big mistake. What? You mentioned a mistake. Could you tell us about it? I suppose everyone here has the right to know. Alright, fine. I'll speak out loud so that Inspector Cabanella can hear this too. There is something I'd like the 2 of you to hear. It's about a mistake I made. Inspector Cabanella, when you first made that report about a manipulator, I'm afraid I didn't believe it at all. Impossible, I thought. Perfectly understandable, Mr. Minister. But I was wrong. That kind of power does exist, and I learned the truth of that firsthand. What's this? A month ago I signed the order to carry out Detective Gerald's execution. However, that act was not of my own volition. I was being controlled. What? You never told me about this, Mr. Minister. what's going on? This document, what am I doing? No, I mustn't sign it. No, wait, don't deliver that document. That's when it started. That's when all of my fear, despair, and suffering began. At the time, it didn't even cross my mind that I had been manipulated, and my memory of the event was only hazy at best. So the memory of being manipulated doesn't clearly remain, huh? Signing execution orders is part of a justice minister's job. At the time, I just thought my psyche was rebelling against the task. But then the next day it dawned on me. I remembered Inspector Cabanella's report on the existence of a manipulator. As a Minister of Justice, I couldn't admit what had happened to me. I only signed the execution order because I was being controlled. If something like that got out, this nation's judicial system would have crumbled. Besides, I had no evidence to present that I had actually been controlled. So in the end, I couldn't admit to anyone what had happened. I suppose, but it sounds like a bit of an excuse. You should have at least told us, Mr. Minister. Yes, I know, I should have. I was running away from the problem. And then my wife found out I was worried about something. Well, if you go around with an expression like that, I guess it's bound to happen. I explained it to her, and she was dead set against the way I was handling it. If you don't withdraw that order and tell everyone the truth immediately, then I'm moving out. See, now we understand the true story. The whole story behind it. Okay, so Emma didn't exactly, she didn't, really handle it in the best way. But, in the end, she was right. And then with the kidnapping like that, with it thrust under my nose like that, I could no longer deny my mistake. This manipulator comes upon us from somewhere unseen. That's why I've been keeping my distance from everybody. So that's why you've been telling people to stay back. So there's someone else with me, with powers of the dead, and I'm fine with that. After all, I already knew about a certain desk lamp. What I'm not fine with is the fact that a person can control and manipulate living creatures. That's not something I can do. Apparently different ghosts get different ghost tricks. But I never imagined that tonight I would find out where this kind of power comes from. Where it comes from? Inspector Cabanella, this manipulator is a ghost, a departed spirit. A spirit? As a matter of fact, there is a ghost talking to us right now. What? What did you say? Jowd, don't tell me you can hear this ghost too. I'd say the only person who can't hear him is you. Spirit? Ghost? God's in heaven. Excuse me, Mr. Minister, I suddenly have some urgent business to attend to. I recommend you think long and hard before you make your final decision, sir. Inspector! This is Lynn, I'm at the park. We've been waiting to hear from you. Have you found the evidence? Well, the situation here is kind of difficult to explain. Cecil, if you're there, come to the park immediately. Looks like your help is needed, Cecil. Yeah, I guess so, huh? Oops. Alright, I was already in the phone. Okay, so we find ourselves going to the park. This is actually the first time we've gone to the park. If you don't count, when we were in the actual car park of the park. Lynn calls and I oblige. I take her towards Thamesic Park, the place where clearly something big is taking place. The manipulator, the person whose very existence sheds a new light on everything. Detective Jowd's crime, the execution orders, and even my own death. Could it be? Could Lynn have been manipulated into shooting me? And time to save. So, what will we find when we get to the park? Who knows? Stay tuned to find out what that will be. So, until next time, farewell my friends, and I will see you soon.